Howdy, folks. It's Dr. Jeff Camarda, Wednesday, November 11th, and welcome to This Week in Wealth with Dr. Jeff. It's no surprise that the stock market is roaring again, fueled by Wall Street's cheer of the election results and supercharged by the wonderful vaccine news, with Pfizer announcing 90% success results this week. That's just great. Of course, the hope is that a speedy inoculation of our population, coupled with the Biden administration's tighter anti-COVID measures and promised robust economic stimulus, will get things back to normal pretty quickly. Really COVID-sensitive stocks like airlines, cruise lines, banks, and so forth bounced this week, and stay-at-home plays like tech, Zoom is a good example, suffered somewhat, some more than others. On the surface, this is all really wonderful news. In respect of it, and a possibly far quicker economic recovery than predicted, Camarda's portfolio board today voted to stand ready to deploy significant amounts of cash in a structured fashion to take advantage of the uptrend. That said, our guard is still up, and we intend to be very surgical in this. We need to remember that the stock market valuation remains stretched by most measures. And that means stock market prices appear to be way overpriced and could be due for a hard fall. Some market charts are showing head and shoulders patterns, which may indicate a market top before a big correction or worse. But that doesn't mean that it's going down. It could keep going up, and we have positioned ourselves to hopefully take advantage of that. On the health front, U.S. cases continue to surge to record levels, and we're entering the worst season. And the COVID news, of course, is likely to worsen severely. While the Pfizer news is great, unexpected by me, way ahead of schedule, it's just wonderful. The small print, unfortunately, is that the vaccine needs to be stored at about 100 degrees below zero, that's Fahrenheit, 100 degrees below zero to keep from going bad. That's a lot colder than your typical ice cream freezer at your regular CVS. And probably beyond the capacity of most hospitals even. So rolling out the infrastructure that will take some time to keep transport it that cold and to keep it that cold, to administer it, to the millions of people that will eventually take it, presumably. That'll take some doing. So this is going to be lots harder than flu shots, and probably we're not going to be able to make a significant dent in this in the next couple of months. On the political front, the election drama still ain't over, and transition, if the Biden results are validated, as seems overwhelmingly likely at this point, could still turn into a real challenging and damaging wrestling match. That would be bad for the economy, the market, and lots of other things. On the tax front, Biden's hands are somewhat tied without a Democrat Senate. It may still flip that way. We'll see what happens in Georgia. But without it, we can still look for lots of change via executive order. For one, I would expect a really beefed up IRS, which he can do. I mean, he's the ostensible head of the IRS. It's an administrative department with lots more investigation and enforcement action. The IRS has really been starved budget-wise for a long time. They haven't been able to do very much. I expect that at least will change. Estate taxes will go up soon under existing law without any action by Biden, and will go up far higher and faster if he gets the Senate. Beyond that, and quoting from the news, in quotes, Mr. Biden could direct the education secretary to forgive student loans up to a certain amount, raise the minimum wage for federal contractors to $15 an hour, and the Biden administration could act on its own to raise taxes largely by changing regulations governing how Mr. Trump's signature 2017 tax law is carried out. And that, my friends, is it for This Week in Wealth. Hopefully you enjoyed that and found a way to expand my word file here, my makeshift teleprompter, and take my glasses off so hopefully the video quality is a bit better. Until next week or sooner if conditions warrant, this is Dr. Jeff Camarda signing off for This Week in Wealth. Thanks so much.